Good, everybody, and welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie.
I'm Miss Quiet Deirdra.
Something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and many blessings. I thought you was waving like, don't, whatever. You need some nature's ibuprofen on you? Okay. Oh. And the sink with the alcohol, and and I'll rub it with the alcohol real good.
You ain't got to touch all
I'll rub it real good with the alcohol. Let's go ahead and tell the people what we're talking about. This is PG. It's PG. Okay. Go ahead and tell them. Happy day. Happy day. Happy day.
She eggs.
Oh, you're crazy.
Whatever. You eggs. I don't believe it right now.
What you say? I always just put my foot in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Or just try to put the clothes on the elephant.
You just ain't gonna let that die.
Oh,
you ain't gonna let that die
forever.
That's all right.
That's gonna live forever. What you say? What you say? What my husband say? You try to put the clothes on the elephant?
Dress the elephant up and act like it ain't there.
Who said that? I ain't never said
my
that.
other husband said it. That's who said it.
Be your other husband.
My other husband said it.
Might need to go stay with him tonight, before you wake up in some salt water.
Well, what we talking about tonight?
Well, you wanted to talk about.
Right. You want me to tell it?
The father and daughter dance. So, if many of y'all might don't know, but we had another daughter get married this Friday.
Well, we told them Saturday. So if y'all didn't see that episode, y'all need to go back and watch it.
If y'all haven't listened,
please.
We had another daughter get married on Friday. I married her, and she had a special father and daughter dance she wanted to do. It was a little plethora of different songs. I did my best. I ain't been to the club in so long, and when they say you don't use it, you lose it type thing. I went from dancing in the club to miming. I haven't been to a club to dance in a while, and the miming probably not as long, but it's still been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been some years.
Been a minute.
Some years.
But yeah, had to find my little rhythm. I did what I could.
You did good, baby.
But somebody. After the wedding, after the reception, we riding home. Somebody listened to it 5 times in the car, watched it. Then when we got home, took showers, got in the bed. It was about 8 more times she watched it. And then the next day, she was watching it as soon as we got up. Then, she done watched it. So, we got like over 1,000 views on it. But I told her probably 800 of them is her.
Probably.
So tell them how it made you feel for that to happen like that.
Okay.
What's going on right
now? My skin is peeling. I need to put some. Yeah, it's peeling real bad.
You won't put your ring on.
I didn't put it on today because I was in the house. I need to put it on while I'm in the house too.
You ain't got it.
My fingers just peeling.
Put lotion. You probably.
I washed. Yep, been washing my hands and didn't put no lotion on it after that. I forgot to. So guys, this is our 4th daughter that has gotten married, and this was the first request by the one of the girls to do remixed father-daughter dance, and so it started with "Hero" by Mariah Carey, and then it went into
Tootsie Roll.
The butterfly, the Tootsie Roll, and then it went from that to Walk It Out. I think it went from Tootsie Roll to Walk It Out.
Walk It Out.
And then they walked it out, and then it went from that to
Dougie.
Okay, so the Dougie song, and then it went from that to Stunt Like My Daddy.
No.
The Dougie.
The Atlanta thing, Usher.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Then the last one was Stunt Like My Daddy.
Yeah, and then the last, so it was a 5-song mashup that Bridget got somebody to put together. And it was so good, y'all, because they were dancing, like, of course, Slow Drag into the Hero by Mariah Carey. And then the song, like, started, it sounded like the song started skipping. And then Johnny and Bridget looked at the DJ like what you messing up, bruh.
He pointing at us like, y'all, don't do that. He was like,
Right.
don't do that.
Did he do
Don't
that?
do that. He was like, don't. I was like, no.
Right. And so,
what you doing?
But it was actually the song doing it. How the person, you mashed it up, and so they started doing the other dances, and it was like 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Why do I know that?
So you don't watch it.
2 minutes and 39 seconds worth of them dancing, y'all, and it was. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all can go to my personal page, which is on Facebook, which is Deirdra Mobley.
You ain't putting it on Moments with the Mobleys?
I did. I tried to upload it this morning, but it said something was going on with the network. So I went to my personal page and just shared it and tagged Moments with the Mobleys.
Okay.
And so it's on there. It's on the Moments with the Mobleys page on Facebook, or Deirdra Mobley, or it's on Ms. It's Ms. _ D Mobley on Instagram.
You put it on, like I was gonna ask, you put it on all the social medias?
No, I'm gonna add it to like our YouTube reel, and then I don't know if Threads will let me put something that long on it. But it was the network was acting up this morning, so I'll finish it. But my husband was like, "Well, babe, why you watching it so much?" And I was like, because it's just, it was a feel good moment. It's a beautiful memory that she'll have, that he'll have, that we'll have, like forever. A lot of people enjoyed it. The people and the narration in the the guy y'all will hear hollering in the song was her husband, and so she didn't show him.
No, he didn't know nothing about it.
Right, he knew that they were doing a dance, but he didn't know what the whole concept was, and so I was standing right beside him as I recorded it, so he hollering at different points throughout the video, and it was so good. It was good to my soul, baby.
So, don't judge me. So on the A-Town stump, I think I was doing it pretty good, and at some point in time, I got a little too close to Bridget. So when we was doing the thunderclap, I had to push myself back. And the Dougie part, I couldn't get that.
You couldn't.
In practice, I was getting it.
Yeah, I think in practice you
I was doing the old school Dougie with, I don't know what. I couldn't find the little sweet spot.
It's okay. It's okay. You still did something real cute that flowed with it.
All that mattered to me is when we finished, I looked at Bridget and she had the biggest smile on her face. So that's all that mattered.
Yeah, and then she gave him a hug. And so I told him, I was like, I want to talk about that. Like, those are feel-good moments that, kids, will remember. They're adults now, and so not only have we made memories with them when they were children, but now we're making memories as adults. And so that's something that she wanted. And so, like you said, you hadn't done that in a while because you don't go to the club anymore. You've been delivered from clubbing.
Yeah. I used to love to go to the club and stand right in front of the speaker. That's probably why I can't hear hardly now. But stand right in front of the speaker and dance by myself.
Used to have some of those hoochie mamas.
Now when
with you too.
When the misguided women would come is when slow songs came on, and I was doing very provocative.
What?
That's right. With
provocative. He gonna shake his head real sensual. Provocative
moves, with my body and my hips and stuff, and
they would come and you wouldn't turn them away. You wouldn't turn them away.
No, I ain't turn them away. I ain't want to hurt their feelings.
What do you mean you didn't turn them away? You didn't want to hurt their feelings. See, y'all, this is when our marriage was in trouble. Because my husband was out. He was supposed to be vetting these clubs for us to go to, and I never went to one. So he, not only were they being whorish, he was being whorish as well. This was the trouble in our marriage, y'all. This
I
is
don't.
what you have to avoid. So there you have it. And that was a love tap.
That wasn't no love tap. That little
So,
stingy sting.
So what I'm saying
All I'm
is,
saying is, I used to be just by myself. No.
don't nobody bump and grind like that just by themselves
Yeah,
in front of a speaker.
I'm telling you what I used to do.
Yeah, and they used to come in front of you, and then what did you do?
I'm gonna tell you what
Did
we
you
used to
turn
do.
around and bump and grind by yourself?
Can I talk?
Sure.
What we used to do is, I can't remember who I used to go to the club with.
Uh-huh.
I think Cat was one of them.
Uh-huh.
But he used to dance. But I used to go to the club, and there was a couple other guys that I used to meet there all the time, and they can dance too. We used to make bets on the slow songs. You go dance by yourself, how many girls you can have flock to you.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Let me hold this. Go ahead.
So I have never won it.
Lying. You're lying. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I've never won.
Uh-huh.
I've never won. It wasn't even my idea to do that.
Okay. But
It
you
was one of
played
the other
along.
dudes. I did go with it.
Guilty.
I
Gary.
did.
Uh-huh.
All right. I won.
Uh-huh.
Never.
Yeah. Lies. You must well tell the truth. You done said it.
I might have won like 1 or 2 times.
So you was grinding on women.
But they was younger and their bodies were a lot, they could do, they got used to get down with their knees and stuff. I ain't did all that. I used to move my hips real nice.
Good.
And all the
That's
top
great.
part.
That's why your homeboys was over at the house while you was out at the club. Grinding.
Which homeboys is that?
Don't worry about it. You was at the clubs grinding. So let's get back to the song, the daddy-daughter song.
She petty. She petty. Now she know we finna have a whole conversation with this after this podcast.
Let's get back to the daddy-daughter.
Talking my homeboys was over to
so,
the house.
A few months ago, Bridget, kept telling her dad, "Daddy, I want us to do like a dance, and I'm gonna do it like a mashup." And so he was like, "Okay, I'm here for it." So a couple months ago, she was at home, came home for, they were handling wedding business, and she came over, and she brought the music, and so they were practicing in the great room, and I think you learned it that day.
Yeah, it was easy.
You learned.
I knew the moves. My body hasn't done the moves in a long time.
Excuse me. Right. So you were.
I caught them pretty quick.
Yeah, but he said he been practicing ever since then, up until the wedding on Friday. I didn't see him.
I was.
He said he was practicing. He probably wouldn't do it in front of me anyway. But excuse me, I'm kind of glad that you didn't. Because it was like I was, thrilled.
Surprised,
yes, all over again when I saw it. And so, like for real, y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, go to our website, go to our Facebook or
social media.
I got to put it up elsewhere. So I don't think when we post something to our Facebook, I don't think it goes to our Instagram.
Just go.
We'll
have it up, but Facebook,
I'm gonna put
Instagram.
It's already on Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram, but so the time was just so amazing, and yes, I'm guilty that I have looked at it. Last I looked, I think it was maybe 1.8K views on it, but I find myself just smiling. My heart smiles every time I look at it because those are special moments. And I told Johnny earlier today, like I feel like that's not celebrated enough. All the chaos you hear about going on in the world, especially with families, especially with children and fathers not being present and missing from homes and different things like that, or not being due to divorce, or the parents not being married in the first place, or him not being present in his children's lives because of a personal decision that he made not to be apart, or because the mom is keeping the dad from being apart. And so I just told Johnny that I wanted to just highlight this very important and special moment in our lives, as well as our daughter and our family. And but I also read somewhere where it was saying like some people don't see that as a good thing, the daddy-daughter dance during the weddings, because what about the women that don't have fathers present in their lives, or maybe their father has passed away, or For whatever reason, the father is not in the picture. And I was like, I don't agree with that. Because at the end of the day,
That's what the article said?
yeah, with some articles that dated back to like 2018 saying why, that wasn't, looked upon to be a good thing because what about the women who don't have fathers or they're not in their lives or they may be deceased? And I say for my thoughts on that is if especially of course you can understand if a woman's father has passed away.
Yeah.
Well, then my suggestion would be to maybe find a person who is maybe your fiance's or husband to be father. Maybe y'all have a good relationship. Maybe he can do the dance with her, or maybe there's an uncle or a family friend that is has been like a father figure, or just a gentleman that what I'm saying, that's close to
All
her that
I can say.
could stand in.
So, what I've learned with doing weddings is the wedding. There's certain things that has to be done, like the vows and the blessing, and certain things that represent the covenant of
Mm-hmm.
you connecting with God at His altar, and the husband and wife giving their lives to God, and they becoming one in God's eyes. So some stuff has to be there. But like with my daughters, I'm marrying them, but I'm walking them down the aisle too.
Yeah.
I walk them down the aisle, and then I give the hand to the fiance, and then I get up and I stand up, and then they come up. That's how I do. So, um, and as far as the father daughter dance, if you don't have a male figure in your life, it's nothing wrong with you dancing with your mom. See,
Yeah.
this is the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people want things to be certain ways because that's what the world says, and these are very special moments. So if you do not have a male in your life, then it can be a mother and daughter dance. That can literally happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or a mother and auntie dance, or a mother and grandmama dance, or whatever the case is. But make the moment special and heartfelt for you,
Yeah.
and that's how you do it. I don't think that me personally, I don't think the fiancés slash husbands are celebrated enough at the wedding. I actually try to get my son in love to um when he walked down the aisle for everybody to stand. And his exact words was, "Ain't nobody worried about me. It's gonna be her, and she gonna be up there, so I'm not even worried about that. All eyes gonna be on her." And I don't want him, and that's the thing. I don't want it to be like that. I digress because they did it the way they wanted to do it, and I didn't push it. Um, but the husbands, the fiancés, the bees are not, they're not celebrated enough when it comes to stuff like that. Walking down the aisle, being honored for walking down the aisle. He made the decision. He asked her all that stuff. So he walked in by himself. Everybody sat down. Well, I think everybody sat down. I didn't see it. So
I don't know
I
that.
know he was playing some upbeat music when he was walking in.
He's
So everybody was
his song was
clapping.
"It Takes Two" by
Yeah,
Rob Bass.
everybody was
Yeah,
clapping,
I
and
don't
I
think he
heard
stood
that.
up. Yeah.
So and he was acting up a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then when me and Bridget walked in, it was literally all eyes on her.
Yeah.
Everybody stood up and they honored her. Um, and that's just I don't try to force. We don't ever try to force our opinions or what we believe on our children. We want the memory to be something that they create and they make for themselves, so they can
Absolutely.
remember. And
Absolutely.
then we give advice when asked, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, when Bridget came to me and asked me to do that, I did tell her yeah. Now my next daughter that's getting married, she talking about, "Daddy, we go do something." I said, "Girl, she a praise minister, so I'm like, you ain't been in the club in a long time either, so she ain't got nothing but like two dances she do real good." and then that's it. So I guess
She
we're
might
gonna do
want to
them
do the
2 days.
liturgical. You do a liturgical
Nah,
dance.
I mine, but I can't mine. Well, yeah, I can, cause I ain't marrying her.
No, you're not marrying
She's
her.
getting
You're
married by her
apostle.
apostle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ain't marrying her. So I might can do a little mime and sit there with my little, you know. But go ahead with what you talking about. I don't. I completely disagree with. It should be frowned upon because
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
celebration should be customized for the couples and their family.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
if you do not have a man, if the daughter doesn't have, the bride doesn't have a man in her life that she trusts enough to, capture that moment, and if it's her mom that's been strong in her life, do a mama and daughter dance.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course I went searching for the um some history on father daughter dances, and I found something on brides .com, and it was saying um that's a moment in the celebration when the bride honored their father. It represents the gratitude they have for their father's love as they enter this new phase of their life. And of course, it was saying that it can add sweet memories, a nice connection between the father and daughter, or a family connection. And it's a staple at almost all the weddings that I know that we go to. Not a lot of them do the mashup, although I've seen a lot of those, like maybe on social media.
I think I was like, all right, I don't know how much longer we gonna stay on here, y'all, because it's storming outside.
It
That
is.
background is thunder. But I was looking at a couple of them of what the the grooms were doing different dances.
Uh huh.
I couldn't really find none with the mama and the
And the
the
husband and the groom
husband
and,
and
and
the
his mom,
daughter did like anything like me and Bridget did, and I didn't
the
research
bride
for
and the
long.
father and
Yeah,
father. Okay.
I saw a few of them where the husband did a dance when it was time to take the
Oh yeah,
thing
yeah,
off,
yeah.
and he had his groomsmen there. I seen some guys stepping because they was in the fraternity. They did their little thing or whatever. So I saw a lot of that,
Okay.
but I didn't really see no routine. Now I could be wrong. I'm sure it is out there
Mhm.
because my daughter, she think different anyway. So
Yeah. And so, of course, that's what it was basically saying. Um, it's a moment when it says, let me see, read the last part of it. Says it's the mother and son. The mother. This is the father daughter dance. Usually follows. Okay, so either way, it's a staple at many, if not most, weddings. The father daughter dance, similar to the mother son dance, which usually follows, which it did, is a way to shine a spotlight on the person who helped guide the newlywed through their life. And so Sean and his mom, of course, did a dance as well. It was this the history of it. Just to give a brief synopsis, it was saying the wedding tradition was what it would normally be. The father and daughter dance stems from the patriarchal history, when most marriages were arranged, and like social and political and monetary alliances is what led to the unions, rather than love,
yeah,
rather than meeting each other and growing in love. It says the father daughter dance served as a sort of a final demand by the bride's father before their husband became the most important man. And it says this after this dance, the bride would be able then to dance with their new spouse, whom they had likely only met recently.
yeah.
And so, of course, now we do it different. The bride and groom do their once they enter the reception, they do their dance first, and then comes the daddy daughter, the mother son. So in the previous era, it said the father would have the first dance with the daughter, and then give her away to her husband, and then they would do their dance. Yeah, and so it said the same thing that I said. It's normally now taking place right after the newlyweds dance. The newlyweds did their dance. It says, since love is a primary driver for marriage these days, most traditions rooted in gender inequality have been reclaimed as special moments between two people who deeply care for one another. And so again, this father daughter dance, which you could literally see it, they say they summarize it as um, a moment between a bride and her father that symbolizes their appreciation for the love and guidance they've received throughout their life. And so when I shared it, I on social media, um, what I shared today was I just shared like a brief synopsis when I posted it on there the other day. But when I shared it today on Moments with the Mobleys, I shared that this was that, and I told you this. I said I feel like um, this is one of the things that I love most about you as well is that the relationship that you have with our daughters, and that you would literally try to move heaven and earth if you could, to put a smile on their face.
Yeah.
And so that was it for me, and that's why I keep watching it, because it's just a brief 2 minute and 40 second of a brief synopsis of what your relationship is like with them,
Yeah.
right? And so that's what I put on the top, the header for um the when I shared the post today. Um of course, the when y'all want to do when you want to do the dance, that's negotiable too. Like Johnny said, make the ceremony your own. You can change. You don't have to do what tradition says that you have to do, as far as the timing of when you can do the dance, and as far as the um people are picking to do whether they're doing the lighting of the candle, whether they're going to do the pouring of the sand, or whether they're going to do the tying of the unity knots. And so with them, Bridget, they picked the lighting of the candle. And so one of my other daughters, they did the time the knot
The
three strands,
yeah.
three strand cord. And so it just varies. But even with the father daughter dance, with the on with this.
Hey, stop saying
Okay.
Just pause if you need.
Pause.
I'm gonna count how many times you say
Hush. Don't you act like you take an account, Jameson, tally. What this So what this site was saying is what I told y'all about the history of the father daughter dance, but it also said, you can use whatever songs you want to do. You can put it anywhere in the reception program that you want to put it into. Whatever songs you do is your choice. Of course, Bridget likes, hip hop, and
yeah.
she likes the 90s songs. She's a 90s R&B girl as well. These songs, like I said, were more except for the first song, the other songs were like um, upbeat songs. The Mariah Carey, the Hero
Yeah.
song, was the slowest song that was on the track, and it should be like this is also saying as I just said, it should be something that speaks to the relationship,
Yeah.
because it was fun. The whole thing was fun,
And that's what she wanted to create. And she already knew that I'm crazy about them, and I was gonna do it. So
yeah. And this gives a question and answer thing at the bottom, and it says, should we choreograph the dance? Absolutely. I think you absolutely did, because y'all did, and it just it made it y'all what made it so awesome was the fact that I think the whole mashup that she got, the choice of songs. And she literally picked the songs, and she said she's found somebody, I think on Instagram, that did it. Instagram, maybe?
I don't
Was
know.
it Instagram, Fiverr? She found somebody no, it was Instagram. She found somebody that did music on Instagram and asked could they do a mashup, and they did it for her, and she got it like that. And so um, you can, and this article even suggests that you could use a step parent if you want to.
Yeah.
Just like you said, it can be whatever you want to do.
Who's ever been significant in your
Yeah.
life and
Yeah.
supported you until up to that day, and then they'll be there beyond that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you should do.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a male just because it says father and daughter dance. That's
Right.
how it shouldn't be.
Right. This even goes to how long should it last. Granted, that song was like about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Because now, what I guess I don't recommend or wouldn't be a good thing is if you make a mashup of these songs and you try to play. You just need a snippet of the songs, because somebody they put on here like don't do a mashup of a bunch of songs and play the whole songs out because people attention span is little to none.
Yeah.
But the one thing that was hilarious is at the rehearsal dinner we met one of Sean's neighbors. It's at his house where he used to live at with his mom. So it's his mom's neighbors now. But I have her. She's actually on the recording. It's sitting at the table that's behind y'all.
And she was recording
and so
it too.
Was she?
Yeah.
At first, everybody was kind of chill, but when the remix of the song came on, she was back there chair dancing like crazy, and she was hilarious. And so it basically said, choose what songs you want to choose, put it, take like snippets of the songs versus making it a long version or a big piece of 4 or 5 different songs because they say children's attention spans are small. Adults you find that there are some adults too,
especially the ones that live on their phone
that have really really.
But everybody at this
small
one, they was
attention
recording.
span.
They was recording.
Yeah, they were recording because I've seen actually several recordings that people shared from even the different angles.
Really?
So this one girl got y'all from the side because I got y'all like from the front, but this girl got y'all from the side.
Well, I just seen the one. I just seen the ones that you did. I'm not friends with whoever that is. Probably.
Yeah, this girl actually tagged Bridget, I believe, is how I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna find that one and show it to you. It says just make sure that it is it says as always, whether you stay with classic songs, you remix the tradition, or you don't do it at all. The choice is yours. Individually and collectively, the message or traditions you want to begin as a couple, it relies on you. And so that's something Sean did a dance with his mom, and his mom was so funny because she was like, she said to me, she was like, their dance was so good, but that's not fair because we didn't do a mashup. She said, I asked Sean, well, what do we need to do? He was like, we just need to dance. And it was so funny. But it says starting and sticking to whatever it is that you want to do that's going to add to those special moments to your wedding day, to your memories for your marriage. Like, do it and make no apologies about it. Stick to it. And those are going to be the most valuable moments that you remember when talking about your wedding day.
Yeah. And them memories, stuff like that is forever. So even when I'm long gone home to heaven, the grandkids can be watching that, the great grands can be watching that, all that stuff. So, yeah, it's good.
Some of the comments, I'm a comment reader. And so I couldn't respond to everybody, so I just put a general message. Thank you all so much on it and stuff like that. But of course, there were congratulations given, and this was awesome. This is beautiful. But one person put on there, this is beautiful, and they put anointed and blessed. I was like, okay.
Some people don't know how to use the statement, so it's fine.
So I was like,
it's fine.
Oh, okay. There was anointing there. There was a bond. For me, it is a blessing. I will say that.
Yeah.
When she said anointing, I was like, but anyway, there was a very there's just a great feeling that warms my heart every time I watch it. Let me put it like that. So maybe that's the feeling that she got too.
Yeah.
That maybe she meant special.
Well, what I've noticed a lot of times is a lot of people don't know that I'm an ordained minister. So they move and say stuff different when they find that out about me and Deirdra, and they just add God and weird places for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So not really sure why that happens,
Right.
but we is regular folk who love
people.
Jesus. That's it.
Yeah, and we have fun with our we have fun. We
Yeah.
have fun with our girls. We have fun. You know, we have fun with each other, and so that's what it was.
Yeah, and we know different. Only thing is different between me and my wife and everybody else who are not Christians is that we have a authentic, real relationship with God. We talk to Him every day. We cultivate the relationship as much as we possibly can. We try to live by His principles and what the Bible says and what He says about our lives, our marriage, and our family. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't get it right every day. It ain't always saying nice stuff out your mouth and all that. We not perfect, but we strive to cultivate our relationship and strengthen our relationship with God on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And we get better and better at living this thing called life for Him. That's it. And it will continue to evolve and grow as we mature in the spirit. Simple. Now we about to go because this thunder ain't stopped yet. So
Yeah. So needless to say, we had an amazing weekend, and Saturday we celebrated because my niece came home. Um, if y'all remember, we shared that my brother passed away in May, and my sister in love had the baby. They had to do an emergency C-section because of all the trauma, and so my niece was born early. However, she is at home and she is thriving and doing well, and we bless God for it. And so we were able to celebrate that on Saturday, and we went and we had church on Sunday, and so we went and blessed the Lord on Sunday, and so our day was good and full, and I was tired as a bean. Hubby was too. But let me put this funny in here, and then we about to go. Um, Johnny has this thing where he says, and he knows I was exhausted from just the week leading up to the wedding, us running around doing everything, picking up stuff. Couple things that we had to pick up, from getting haircuts to this to that, and so the rehearsal and everything, and so um, I came at when we left church. I said we had to run a couple errands, and I said I want some marry me chicken. If y'all don't know what that is, just go on Facebook and Instagram, put it in, it'll come up. Google it. They used to talk about it a couple months ago all over social media, and so that's what I wanted. And came home and made marry me chicken and mashed potatoes and kitchen sliced green beans. Green Giant. It's bomb.com. And rolls. And hubby was looking like, and he always says this. He was like, "Oh, you must have really wanted this. You must have really wanted." I know when you really want a particular thing, you are indecisive about what you want to eat a lot. But when you come home and you were tired like you were, but still cooked, I knew you wanted it.
In her church clothes.
I did. I didn't even change clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Amen. We had an amazing weekend, y'all. And so one more to go.
And we actually got 2 more to go, but
Well, 2 more, but only one of those is engaged.
we got another one engaged.
Right.
That will be getting married soon, and the other one.
So we're excited about it. The other one we don't know, but we're excited about it.
We are
about to go.
Blessed.
Amen.
Yeah, we are definitely blessed when it comes to our family. It's no amount of money that can equate to the value of what them moments are.
Yeah, absolutely.
That stuff just feeds your soul and your heart, and it just feeds you to keep you striving.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really feeds you. Yeah. And I was overwhelmed. Yep, I cried while I was doing it. I did.
He did.
Because when them boys,
especially after the vows, they did their own vows.
Yeah, and I already know what's in my daughters, and how they love. I kind of already know that. But what is so surprising to me is the guys who, when they come out of their shell, and they pull from a deep, deep place of feeling and love for my daughter, and then they are able to articulate it.
Mm-hmm.
That gets me
Very
every
well.
time.
Yeah.
AJ came to me. AJ said afterward, he talked about, I knew you wasn't gonna be good after you were studying all over the words. You couldn't get the words right. I said, man, hush.
More than he couldn't focus.
I was trying to look. I couldn't see. I had to take my glasses off and wipe my face, and I was. It was bad. It was bad. But when I tell you, these guys, my son-in-laws, they really love my daughters, and it's real, and you can see it, like not just on the wedding day, like all the time. You can see it, and that's all. As a father, as parents, that's all we want. We, of course, we will prefer that they love God, which all of them do. But the second thing is, I want them to protect their hearts. Protect their hearts. You know, go in deep with them, plan, you know, build a life, build a legacy, and protect their hearts.
Yeah. Protect each other's heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So and that's really big to us. And my wife always tells me, she said, I can see the relief on your posture when you be like, okay. Because it's literally, it was different times for everybody. Like everybody. Travis, I ain't felt him at the thing. The only time I saw it is when they danced. And I've never seen that boy come out of his shell. He's way different now than he was before. But I was like, this joker, I don't even know. I don't know. I felt some kind of way. I didn't marry them, but we was there. I felt some kind of way about I don't know. Then they did their dance, and he was singing and looking in her eyes, brought tears to my face. I pulled that joker outside. I said, I was questioning. Even after the I do's, I ain't know. I said, but that part right there, when you willing to do whatever it is to put a smile on your spouse's face, you don't care how you look in front of nobody. You don't care who watching. You don't care where you at. You just do it. That's just, yeah. It's huge. And I'm going to stop now before I get emotional.
We done.
All right. And we about to go. So for all things Mobleys, www.momentswiththemobleys.com.
What I said?
www. Y'all know what I mean. www.momentswiththemobleys.com. If you have any questions about marriage, family,
at momentswiththemobleys.com.
That's what she said.
We're on social media. We're Moments with the Mobleys, but on X, formerly Twitter,
we are Mobley Moments.
We're even on Thread, y'all.
Yeah, with all these different social medias changing.
And subscribe, y'all. Thanks so much.
And we see all y'all that watch the YouTube.
Right.
Because we can see.
It's like y'all flirting with us, but won't commit.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say it like
Stop being a one night stand. Right. Come on in this thing for real. Come on in it.
And subscribe.
Come on in. You watching it every time and just come on in.
Come on in.
Just come on in.
Come on in the room. Come on.
All right, y'all. We out.
We about to go. Y'all continue. Don't stop making. And if you haven't started, make special memories with your family, with your kids. It doesn't have to necessarily be, at weddings or whatever, but be intentional about making and creating special moments with your kids and your families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. It's my birthday on August 24th. I just want to put that in there.
But you working this weekend. You got works to do.
But my birthday not till the 24th.
But you like to celebrate it the whole. This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
I'm going to make him emotional again. Like he was at the wedding.
That's fine. Just let me put my hand in it.
I'm gonna make you cry.
I need my wrist.
Oh my, I'm gonna make you cry.
This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
And I'm still his wife, Deirdra.
and we still something like ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all.
Night, night.